Hi everyone, welcome to Knowledge 2020. I'm Nicky Narang. I'm a product manager at ServiceNow. Been at ServiceNow for over 3 years working on the Field Service Management product. Today I'm going to talk to you in this session about enabling your field service technicians with mobile apps and augmented reality, really talking about the next generation of mobile experiences to enable your field service workforce. This presentation may contain forward-looking statements that reflect the current beliefs of ServiceNow and are based on current information available. These forward-looking statements should not be relied upon in making purchasing decisions. What you'll learn from this session are really about the challenges of mobile work. Field service is challenging work, and your mobile workforce does not have it easy. We'll learn what tools ServiceNow enables to help the mobile workforce do their job efficiently. We'll also talk about what's coming as far as the future of mobile apps and what technologies and capabilities should you be looking at to really optimize your mobile workforce. So why is mobile field service management important, and why is it hard? So first off, field service will become the face of your company. You think about the trends today towards digital transformation, chatbots, portals, the lack of picking up the phone. Oftentimes in this digital world, your field service technician is the analog interface to your company. They are the face behind the brand. They are your top salesperson. And that's the burden that's being placed on your mobile workforce who's in the field representing your brand on a daily basis. And some of the challenges they face representing your brand, they're working on complicated equipment in challenging conditions, in harsh environments with demanding customers. All sorts of different equipment that's involved in field service depending on your industry. You could be working on MRI machines, could be working on elevators, all sorts of possibilities there, and equipment is getting more complicated and more technology focused by the day. Customer expectations are increasing. Uber and other great consumer apps have helped us inform what is really needed to provide that great field service experience for your customers. And being able to track your technician, being able to communicate with them, and making sure that technician has a full view into your customer and they understand what situation they're walking into. You talk about harsh environments. Oftentimes you're working with limited data connection, potentially in unsafe environments or challenging environments that really your field service management tools need to support your technicians in those environments. So let's talk about how we can leverage mobile field service at ServiceNow to really address these challenges that we're seeing in the field. So first off, you can utilize ServiceNow Field Service Management to understand your equipment. We talked about complicated equipment being a challenge in field service management. With ServiceNow, you have an integrated knowledge management solution on your mobile device. You're able to search for knowledge articles. You get recommended knowledge articles as well. You can also very easily look up the equipment you're working on and see that full equipment history to help inform your decisions as a technician. You can see the list of completed work orders that have been done on this piece of equipment, understand what parts have been replaced in the past, understand who's been here and why things are behaving the way they are. And you can see the future work that's necessary for this piece of equipment. And you can pull in that work to improve customer satisfaction and minimize unnecessary truck roll. You think of the example, you're showing up at someone's house, fixing something, and you know something's scheduled for next week. Why not just fix it now if you're capable of doing that right now, rather than having someone else show up next week. We talk about also standardizing your processes. When you're working in harsh environments, you want to make sure you're following safety checklists, safety guidelines. You also want to make sure you're enabling your workforce to have a standard way to document and debrief the work that they're doing. You want to also track these responses over time. So using questionnaires, you're able to questionnaire into your field service management workflow. As an example, before a technician starts to travel, make sure they're doing a vehicle safety checklist. Before they enter someone's house, make sure they're performing a safety checklist. You think of a COVID world, making sure that they're sanitizing themselves, wearing a mask, wearing gloves before they walk into unfamiliar work location. And then we talk about external workforces. Field service management is continuing to rely more and more on contractors and vendors to really augment your field service operations. Outsourced workforce has been a trend in field service management, and we're seeing it become more and more prevalent. What we're looking to do in our product and what we're doing in our product is allowing you, the field service organization, to onboard your outsourced vendors and enable them to use ServiceNow Field Service Management to perform their work. So you don't have to build complex integrations to other tools. you can have all of your contractors come into ServiceNow with a simple portal view and debrief work. So that contractor can have a very simple portal view that tells them where they need to go and when. They can tell you using simple actions on the portal, just tapping buttons really, when they arrive, what work they've completed. They can upload photos and document their work. And you as the field service organization can have that visibility and that trust that they are doing things as you want them to do, when you want them to do them. So you're really getting that end-to-end visibility of the work being assigned both to your internal and your external resources. We also talked about the demanding customers and how that's really influencing field service management. And one of the solutions that we're providing now is this last mile experience for field service management. We're enabling that day of service experience just like you would have with your Uber driver. When the technician says, I'm on my way, you're gonna get your customers will get a text message saying, technician is on their way, they should arrive at this time. You're able to track them on the map. You're able to understand if they're delayed, and you're able to communicate directly with them. So if you are running late yourself, if you need to reschedule your appointment, you can very easily message your technician and let them know, or tell them to meet you at a specific location. All that's possible so that on the day of service, your customers are getting the experience that they expect and that they've really come to expect due to modern customer service applications. And we talked about working in harsh conditions, harsh environments, and that's where offline really comes in. You have people working on oil rigs, working in basements, working in for utility companies where connectivity is going to be a challenge. With ServiceNow Field Service Management, we're going to make sure that when your technician starts their day, they have the data they need on their device already downloaded. So when they lose connectivity, it's a seamless transition from online to offline. They can complete the work they need to complete, and that work is going to be stored whether or not you have a data connection. And once you come back into service, you can seamlessly sync that data back to the server, and we'll detect conflicts and we'll tell you what worked, what didn't work, and we'll really empower that technician to take action on the work they've done while offline. And we'll even go so far as to track SLA compliance and record when things happen without a data connection. So you, as the field service organization, you can really track what's happening from an online perspective, what's happening from offline, but really you're empowering your technicians to do work regardless of data connectivity. So now we talk about the next generation of mobile field service and what we really see as some of the key trends here. Probably the biggest that you may have already heard the most about is augmented reality. So we've got a great partner who's on the ServiceNow store called CareAR, and they provide live AR assistance, guidance, and compliance. So the way they integrate with the field service management mobile application is if you're looking at a work order or a work order task, you can launch into the CareAR mobile application. You'll deep link into their app. You can choose a team member, a coworker to collaborate with, and you'll be able to launch into a live video stream with augmented reality tools to help troubleshoot the issue that you might be seeing. So I could be a technician struggling, new technician, haven't built up my skills yet on a piece of equipment, but I know my coworker has those skills. I can reach out to them through the app and have them walk me through a fix. You can see how this is going to, by solving collaboratively, you're going to increase customer satisfaction by being able to fix that problem. It's much better for me to get help from someone else than it is to tell a customer, sorry, I can't fix your problem. And with this application, you're able to share that content, save the content back into ServiceNow. So all the work that's done in the CareAR application is carried over into ServiceNow, and you have that history of what was done. And you can also think about how this applies in different scenarios. It doesn't have to just be a technician communicating with a technician. You can imagine, now with COVID, people being reluctant to allow people into their homes, into their places of work, and even your mobile workforce being reluctant to put themselves at risk of exposure. So you can imagine scenarios now where you can instead communicate as a technician directly with your customer, launch into a video stream session, and guide your customer and help them self-solve. This could also result in increased customer satisfaction because they can get support sooner. They don't have to wait for the truck roll. They can get that support right away as soon as your technician's available. And you as an organization can save money on that truck roll and really encourage this idea of a remote solve. And as a last resort, that technician can still absolutely go on site and perform the fix manually if necessary. So thank you for your time. I hope this is exciting for you. I hope you learned about the challenges of the mobile workforce and how ServiceNow Field Service Management and our mobile applications are really empowering your workforce to deliver efficient and connected field service. Thank you very much.